Welcome in. Hold the phone, dude.
First episode of October.
First episode of NFL Week 5. There's college football in the air. There's MLB in the air. If you're tuning in, make sure to drop a sub. We appreciate each and every single one of you bastards. And we gather in here today to find winners.
Always.
To find winners. October's here. This might be the best sports week of the sports calendar. Something up there. You know, it's early.
About that.
It's early in the show. We're trying to land planes.
It's up there.
But we're going to give a second for everyone to join in. Today, we are going to run through Thursday night football. Then some of our biggest games of NFL Sunday. We take a trip to London, or is it Germany?
London,
Jets, Vikings, Ravens, Bengals, AFC North rivalry matchup. A lot of expectation rolling into that one. Highly anticipated game. Bills, Texans, another one for the movies, for the script writers. Packers, Rams, a college football rivalry game. We're going to get to all of our Week 5 early leans.
Correct.
My favorite part of the week, NFL Week 5 early leans. We're giving a second for everyone to join in. Fellas, what a week. What a goddamn week. MLB wild card. We have football on tonight.
Yep.
By the way, I'll open up the show. Everyone who's in here right now is going to get this early. I like Texas State minus 13.
Oh, early lean.
Early lean on a Thursday.
They play tonight?
They play tonight. I like.
Also nice of the Brewers to beat the Mets last night. Give us one baseball game where we would have had 4 sweeps.
Biggest 2 words in sports, game 3. Fellas, absolute massive day. We appreciate each and every single one of you joining in. We're going to run through the slate. Also, this week, we're going for 7K subs, Luke.
Come on.
7K subs.
We're at 6.15.
6.15.
We need a boost.
And you know that I like to start every single show with some
nuggets.
With some little nuggets.
With some nuggets.
Foreshadowing the NFL week number 5. Teams coming off a straight up loss, going against a team coming off a straight up win, are now 55-35 against the spread over the past 5 years. 8-2 against the spread this year. Teams coming off a straight up loss, going against a team coming off a straight up win. 8-2 against the spread this NFL season. Who is that this week? The Arizona Cardinals.
Yep.
Going against the Niners. The Cleveland Browns going against the Washington Commanders.
Yep.
And the Carolina Panthers going against the Chicago Bears. A team coming off a loss, going against a team coming off a win, 8-2 against the spread this season.
Wow.
Very simple.
All right.
Not trying to reinvent the wheel.
80%.
Off a win, off a loss, going to head-to-head, 80% against the spread, 2024 NFL season. Next up, I mean, this has been out for a while. Dogs of 6 or more points are now 14-2-1 against the spread.
And they win most of them.
It's
unbelievable.
What the hell has happened?
Broncos Jets last week. Lock of the week.
I don't think the public's allowed to win anymore.
No. Every sure thing loses.
I don't think the public can win anymore when it comes to betting the NFL.
Crazy.
Dogs of 7 or more points moved to 14-2-1 against the spread in the 2020.
There's no way that's ever happened in history. This has got to be historic.
And that leads me to my last note, my last nugget before we get into the games. Public sides receiving 50% of the bets or more are now 22, 38, and 2 against the spread. 22 and 38 against the spread. You are living in a tent under the freeway if you're riding with the public right now. Vegas has never been so on their head.
Always, dude. Every year, Vegas finds a new way.
But it's a special week. MLB playoffs, NFL, college football tonight, Friday night, next 54 days are all filled with football. And with that being said, gentlemen, let's move to Atlanta, where we have an NFC South rivalry matchup. And
I was just thinking while you're doing that, we should get a McDonald's sponsorship, dude. Nuggets
would be good.
Brought to you,
Or Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Any of them.
We'll work
any
on
of them. If
you're out there watching.
Wendy's, McDonald's, anything that works. Loop, we travel to Atlanta where we have Primetime Kirk, who seems to only play on primetime nowadays.
That's why they call him Primetime Kirk.
Going against, here come the big bad Buccaneers into town. NFC South rivalry matchup. The Bucs hit the road. Let me lay out the ground rules like we're umpires meeting at home plate before a baseball game. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they're coming off a homestand.
Yep.
They lose to the the Denver Broncos.
Fluke.
Slapped around against Bo Nix. And then last week,
Bo Nix slaps everybody around nowadays.
And then last week, they come out, they get the job done in a massive outright underdog win against the Philadelphia Eagles. Massive momentum, massive game. Now they hit the road. Now they're playing in-division rival Atlanta Falcons, who are now playing their, second straight home game?
Falcons?
Yeah. Third,
yeah.
Third straight home game. One against the Chiefs. Last week against the
Lost
Saints.
to the Chiefs, beat the Saints. Now they're home against the Bucs.
And now you have a third straight home game. And they won a football game last week without putting an offensive touchdown on the board.
Not easy to do.
And they're coming off a game-winning field goal. Loop, I said it to you yesterday. I would fade both teams in this situation if I could. One coming off an emotional win, one coming off a huge bounce-back win, now have to hit the road on a short week.
Yep.
This is a recipe for an absolute shit show disaster.
All week, I like the Falcons, but I think I'm taking the Bucs.
Wow.
Usually I just see night game, divisional opponent, short favorite, give me the home team. But the Bucs, they lost one game to the Broncos. Could be a fluke. Other wins, Eagles, Lions, Commanders. Those are 3 good wins.
3 massive wins.
Massive wins.
But it is hard to look back in the NFL, and maybe I can convince you. Because the cat's out of the bag, monkey's out of the bottle here. I'm rolling with the Atlanta Falcons.
See, yesterday I had Falcons, you had the Bucs.
Yep.
Then we switched.
Yep.
Beautiful thing.
Went to the lab, just got back. Loop, the Atlanta Falcons, who were the NFC South preseason favorites?
Saints?
The Atlanta
Falcons.
The Atlanta Falcons.
Oh, now you're looking back.
Now
who's looking back?
Who has a chance to even up the standings tonight in their third straight home game, prime time in Atlanta?
You and all your narrative bullshit.
Against the big bad Buccaneers. Everyone's high on the Bucs. Everyone loves that plus money next to the Bucs. And now they're rolling into town on a short week. And Loop, let me just tell you, teams who were underdogs the previous week coming off an outright win are 96 and 125 against the spread. Teams as underdogs coming off an outright win the previous week, now on a short week, 95 and 125 against the spread.
All right.
That's 43%.
I got a prop for you.
Let's hear it.
Bucs give up the second most receiving yards to running backs. Give me Bijan receiving yards. Algier getting a lot of carries. I think you're going to see some big Bijan.
24 and a half. You heard it here first, dude. I've seen that around billboards around the country the last couple days. I've seen Bijan Robinson.
That's how you know it's good.
I've seen Bijan Robinson receiving yards on billboards around the country in the last 36 hours. But Loop, I think Bucs got a massive win as outright underdogs last week. Now they're on the road, short week in Atlanta. Give me primetime Kirk, because I know one thing. That Atlanta Falcons offense, they're due for a touchdown.
Yep.
They're due for a
You
touchdown.
got to get in the end zone.
They won a football game last week without scoring an offensive touchdown. I think they win a football game this week with scoring an offensive touchdown. I think the boys, I am betting on the Falcons to figure things out tonight.
A lot of people saying Bucky, Irving touchdown. Manuel says Falcons and Mets. Mikey says my cousin is worse than Trent. He's on the Bucks.
A lot of people liking that plus money Bucks. A lot. And nowadays, the NFL feels like the stock market. The NFL feels like the stock market. You're selling high, you're buying low. The Falcons in this spot looked like dog shit last week. They still win. Now their third home game. Let me get a buy low spot. Let me sell on the Buccaneers at a sell high. And with that being said, give me, you like the Bucs?
Yeah, give me the Bucks.
I like the Atlanta Falcons in this spot.
Sometimes you got to go head to head, dude.
I like the trends.
Sometimes you got to go head to head.
I like that all signs lead to the Falcons for me in this spot. Loop, one of my frisky anytime touchdown scores tonight is Darnell Mooney. I love primetime Darnell Mooney. Be on the lookout for over 3.5 receptions as well. And I feel like the only man I can trust on this Tampa Bay Buccaneers team to find the end zone is Mike Evans. So I'm going to put money on Mike Evans to score a touchdown tonight. Because even when they're down on that 1 yard line, 2 yard line.
What about Cade Otton, dude? I need a tight end in fantasy.
Wow.
He dead?
Dude, my next one was about to be a long shot, Cade Otton.
Come on.
I swear to God.
That's synergy, dude.
I guess Cade Otton's going to score a touchdown tonight. But neither here or there. We're going to continue on down the line. If you're on the other side of this screen right now, you don't know how much it means to us. From the bottom of our hearts, we appreciate each and every single one of you bastards. And now we continue on down the line to Sunday. We're going to run through this slate like a 40-yard dash. It's early week lean times. And then we're going to bring out the chalkboard. And that chalkboard has been firing on all cylinders. Let me tell you, we traveled to London where we lay down the ground rules. Jets looked like dog shit last week. Aaron Rodgers and the fellas, they drop one to Bo Nix. On the other side of the football,
everybody loses to Bo Nix.
You have the Minnesota Vikings, who just so happen to be 4-0 straight up and 4-0 against the spread. Kevin O'Connell, he's so deep in his bag, we like to say around here, he's going to need a flashlight to get out. Minnesota Vikings, -2.5. A lot of people liking that short little spread for the Vikings.
Yeah.
But I can't blame them at this point.
No. I think I saw most bets so far, Vikings.
Yep. A lot of people liking the Vikings. I understand why. However, also, Loop, this stat is fucking insane. Favorites overseas are 34-10-1 straight up.
Wow.
And they're 30-15 against the spread.
It's got to be a nugget, and I don't want to put you on the spot about a 4-0 team being this short of a dog. I mean, favorite in week 5.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Also, Sam Darnold is reaching lands that he's never reached before.
Scariest part of this game, obviously, I want to take the Jets. Because if everybody's taking the Vikings, I'm inclined.
I definitely want to get in bed with the Jets.
Brian Flores against Nathaniel Hackett.
Correct.
Scary.
That's a problem.
Scary.
Robert fucking Saleh against Kevin O'Connell.
What does he do? Saleh? What? He's the water boy?
Yeah. He is Robert Saleh might as well stand with pom-poms with the cheerleaders at this point.
Nick says fade the Jets.
I mean,
Mikey
Luke,
says Sauce going to lock up Jettis.
So, Luke, my play in this game, on one side of the football, you have a very talented defense in the New York Jets.
Yep.
And on the other side of the football, Flores is on his head.
Correct.
And he's going to be throwing a lot of different things that Aaron Rodgers is going to have to adjust to throughout the game. I like the under 40.5. You wake up, you're praying for no touchdowns. It's 6:30 in the morning on the West Coast because I don't think my testicles are big enough to back the New York Jets plus 2.5.
Jets under tees.
That's a primetime wagon.
8.5.
Jets primetime wagon in London plus 8.5, under 46.5. I love that.
Risky.
I love that.
I like that.
But neither here or there. I like the under 40.5 Maybe we'll decide on a side once our Sunday show comes around
Little
at 12
Darnold
o'clock.
revenge factor here, and Rodgers playing against his ex-rivals.
I know.
A lot going on here.
A lot going on. And it's in London. Our pets' heads are falling off. It's a disaster. Let's continue on down the line.
Speaking of rivals, am I right?
That's our play in London. And speaking of rivals, another AFC rivalry.
Mm-hmm.
We're not in the East. We're in the North. The Baltimore Ravens. We're just on the national stage.
We haven't talked about this game yet.
Yep.
I feel like we have to be on the same page. And this might be my pick of the week.
Wow.
Which is 4-0 so far.
Which is 4-0 so far. Repeat that for the people in the back. Loop's play of the week.
I'm going to give it out officially Sunday, but
Yep.
I like the Bengals.
You like the Bengals?
I love the Bengals.
Well, I was about to lay out the ground rules because we just saw the Baltimore Ravens, which we were all over.
Yeah.
Against that primetime undefeated underdog. They were going against the Bills as an undefeated underdog. So we faded the shit out of the Bills. It works in our favor. Now, the entire world, the entire nation, from sea to shining sea, just saw the Baltimore Ravens clap cheeks against the big bad Josh Allen Buffalo Bills.
Correct.
Now they're seeing a very short favorite going against a dog shit Cincinnati Bengals team, who the last time they were on a national stage were getting their cheeks clapped against Jaden Daniels and the boys.
Greatest quarterback of all time.
So you have one team who is just on the national stage clapping cheeks and another team who are getting their cheeks clapped. And therefore, you carry the one, Pythagorean theorem, you're going to sell high, you're going to buy low. Give us the Cincinnati Bengals plus 2.5 here.
It reminds me a lot of Bills Ravens. Home team, big game, lot to prove. Everyone's going to be on the road team here, Ravens. Bengals might just be coming into form. If they win Sunday, they're back on track.
Let me feel, if you're a little scared about this matchup, Joe Burrow, after week 2 in his career, is 30-16 against the spread. It takes a little bit of toe dipping in the water for Mr. Burrow to get the wheels on track.
Yep.
And that's why at home, in division, rivalry, home underdog, give us the Cincinnati Bengals.
Great.
We continue on down the line. Bills, Texans.
Oof.
Line flipped.
Sexy game.
Line flipped.
To this or to that?
From Texans -1 to Bills -1.
So we're up there. That's good. That's sharp.
Yep.
What do you think?
What do we know? We know that the Bills were just embarrassed by the Baltimore Ravens. We know the Houston Texans have struggled.
Correct.
We also know the Houston Texans are 0-4 against the spread.
Correct.
So that alarm's going off. That's sounding the alarms. The Houston Texans are 0-4 against the spread.
Couple tight ones.
Couple tight ones. Almost got the cover last week if the ETM was sacked or taken down in the end zone. Loop, in this game, I think people are going to be betting on the bounce back spot for the Buffalo Bills. I think there's still a little bit of a Bills high.
Agree. I mean, the Texans got to be the sharp side here.
I think the public is also getting in bed with the Buffalo Bills.
Correct.
I like the Houston Texans because we are betting on a team that has still not fully performed yet. We have not seen
Buy low.
The Houston Texans even a slither of peaking. Played like dog shit against the Vikings. Played like dog shit against the Bears. Didn't play great last week against an 0-3 Jags team. You know, I think it's time that the Houston Texans kind of now in week 5 can get things into shape. I like the Houston Texans here getting the job done over the Buffalo Bills. Von Miller's now suspended. Shakir's injured. There's a couple question marks. I like the Houston Texans here.
A lot of question marks on D. I kind of like the over.
I mean, I could definitely smell an over.
What, Bills look like the best offensive football. Texans do for a big offensive game.
And I like Josh Allen to get in the end zone here.
I like that.
I like Josh Allen to get in the end zone here. It's been a couple weeks. He's going to have to put the team on his back at some point. You know, I was expecting him to put his nuts on the table a little bit more on Sunday night. That ship didn't really come to shore. However, in this Texans game, I'm expecting it. And I mean, Loop, This is fucking written on the chalkboard. Stephon Diggs is going against the Buffalo Bills.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, can we address the elephant in the room? Stephon Diggs is going against the Buffalo Bills. Therefore, it is Thursday at 9:20 in the morning, and I am locking in a Stephon Diggs anytime touchdown.
Bet of the week?
Because I have no other reason not to. I don't know if it's going to be my $500 of the week. That one has been frisky, and it's been sketchy as of late. We started 2-0. Last 2 weeks have gone 0-2
Aaron
with the
Jones,
big bet.
couple first and
Aaron
goals.
Jones fucking dogs us out. I like the Texans. We like the Texans, and Stephon Diggs scored a touchdown. Moving on down the line. Luke?
Packers, Rams. I feel like this is a get-right spot for the Packers. I feel like you're going to take the Rams.
I can be swayed on this game.
I just think that the Packers in the second half, Jordan Love needed a little time. Defense looked like shit.
Yep.
They came
that
out
was
like
his first start back.
Correct. He was slinging it in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
They need a new kicker, though. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, the fact that kicker was not cut blows my mind. Luke, you'll like to hear this. Matt LaFleur, after losing a football game, is 17-10 against the spread.
I like that.
You know?
Big bag.
You know? Also, the Packers, I don't know if you've known this. Matthew Stafford, since 2019, has not beaten the Green Bay Packers.
Oof.
Packers have been the owner of Matthew Stafford. He's 0-4.
Probably got a pretty good record overall against him, too.
He's
a lot of bad Lions teams.
He's lost 4 straight against the Packers.
And the reason I like the Packers here is this Rams defense has been horrible. They're giving up like 30 points a game. Indoor game. Fast track. Get right spot for the Packers.
I think for some reason, the sharps are touching their toes for the Rams here. And we also saw the line go from the Packers -3.5 to down to 3 now.
Good. Oh.
I don't know. I want to take the Packers.
Take them.
I want to take the Packers.
Take them.
This is the early week leans. Like I said, Matt LaFleur, after a loss, is 17-10 against the spread. It's frisky. It's sketchy. Loop, I will say this. I do believe that Josh Jacobs scores his first touchdown of the year this week.
He's due. Give me 2.
Wow.
Give me 2.
That would be special. That would be special. And then on the other side of the football, I mean, it's going to have to be in a parlay because it's probably like -160. Kyron Williams is the only hope for the Rams, and the Green Bay Packers rushing defense is, bottom tier against the rush. So, let's look at some of these. Diggs, 2 tutties. I love the Texans here. DJ Moore, 2 touchdowns for 500 versus Carolina, says DS. My parlay, Evans, Otten, London. I love that. Should be. Victor says Falcons have moved to -2.
Love a guy who's keeping an eye on the spread.
I love that. Dude.
That's gritty.
The public is kind of getting in bed with the Bucs, and now the line goes to -2 for the Falcons. That sounds like music to my ears.
Shit.
All right. I'll probably like the Packers in this game, even though the Sharps are bending over backwards for the Rams in a bounce back spot, because last week the Rams were in a tough spot in Chicago after a massive win against the Niners. I think the Packers, it's a fast track. I think Jordan Love's fucking slings the rock against this Rams defense. Big game. I'll probably get in bed with the Packers. All right, let's get to our
finally get out of my bed.
We can finally get to our week 5 early leans.
Giants. Love the Giants.
Luke,
give your whole spiel about 6.5.
Play number 1 on the chalkboard for week number 5. Get the pencil, get the notepad, and start taking notes, fellas.
Yap time.
Because the New York Giants are +6.5. I'll do it every goddamn week because we have not lost a 6.5-point dog in 3 weeks.
Correct.
We haven't lost a 6.5-point dog in 3 weeks because Vegas is opening up their little trap and begging you to bite on some cheese. Because at the end of the day, the Seattle Seahawks, they only have to win by a touchdown. Every Rick, Bob, Tom, Joey is running to the counter, taking the Seahawks in a bounce back spot at home after losing to the Lions to dog out this Giants team. And you know what we say to that? Fuck you, Vegas. Give us the Giants plus 6.5. Give us the Giants plus 6.5 and suck on those puppies, Vegas. My balls are tingling. My lips are tingling.
You just referenced a lot of different body parts there.
Giants plus 6.5. That's what a 6.5 point spread will do to you, fellas. Because we haven't lost one in 3 weeks. Going back to I don't even know.
Yeah, we don't lose them. Period.
6.5 is the biggest trap line in the NFL because it teeters on that touchdown mark. They want you to take the Seahawks to win by a touchdown, and I will gladly get the Giants. I will gladly take the Giants plus 6.5. Daniel Jones, 17-7 against the spread as a road dog. Next on the board, we travel to Monday Night Football. Give us the Saints plus 5.5 in an early week lean. No Rashee Rice.
Nope. Dead.
No Hollywood Brown in sight.
Or unconfirmed.
I think it's unconfirmed. I like the Saints here. Plus 5.5. I mean, what's going around right now? The margin of victory right now for the Chiefs over their last 9 games is like by an average of 3 points.
Yeah.
And they haven't lost a single one. They're also 4-0. Maybe for once the refs could help us out. I doubt it, though.
No shot.
Next on the board, the Arizona Cardinals plus 7.5. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. I think the Cardinals, after being embarrassed last week, Loop, I've given stats in the past. How much did they lose by last week? 28?
A lot.
You know, teams by 25 plus points, 30 plus points, 35 plus points. The following week, love to cover around like 55%, 60% of the time. Also, we have a team who's coming off an outright win going against a team who off an outright loss. The outright loss team is also covering at a 60% hit rate. Give us the Saints give us the Cardinals plus 7.5.
Kind of like the over here, too.
Love that over. I think it's a get right spot, a bounce back spot, a little bit of fight. Show us a little bit of fight. This Cardinals team was embarrassed twice last year against the Niners. Let's see a little bit something different. One of the games, Christian McCaffrey had 4 touchdowns.
I could see Niners go up early, second half over Cardinals backdoor.
It's got a little in my eye.
That's okay.
We then travel to Soldier Field, dude. I will continue to fade Caleb Williams. The wins that they get are fucking bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm here to stand on that.
31st in QBR.
Because the wins, it almost frustrates me when Chicago wins football games because of how bad the offense plays.
Right.
And I'm like, the fact that they are being gifted these wins, and this is no hate against the Bears or if you're a Bears fan or whatever. It's the National Football League, and it is so hard to win week to week. And the fact that the defense is so fucking good and it just gets tarnished by this dog shit offense and Caleb Williams back there is, bullshitting around. I will continue to fade the Bears. Because, dude, there's no reason Caleb Williams and the Bears should be 4-point favorites.
No.
To anyone.
Love taking the Panthers, too.
To anyone. Give us the Panthers plus 4. Next early week lean. It's the Broncos at home, dude. It kind of feels a little square because I feel like who the fuck's taking the Raiders in Mile High this week? So it kind of feels like it's almost could be a letdown spot for the Broncos, even though, they're at home, and that's a very interesting take. But they just went on the road and beat the Bucs. They just went on the road and beat the Jets. And now this reeks of a letdown spot. But I mean, it's a dumpster fire right now in the Raiders organization.
Yeah.
You got no Devontae Adams this week.
Did Devontae Adams make the worst decision of all time, forcing a trade from Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers to go play with Derek Carr in Vegas?
Very, very bad.
Very bad.
But maybe we'll see them reunite.
Grass isn't always greener.
Grass isn't always greener, fellas. I like the Broncos. The Broncos defense has looked incredible, has played incredible. Another week under Bo Nix's belt. I like the Broncos here. I don't see a lot of productivity from the Raiders offense in Mile High.
Nope.
It's probably going to be a low scoring barn burner, 1-score possession for majority of it. So it's going to be a really fucking tough game, but let's continue on down the line. This next one, sketchiest spread on the board by far.
Gross.
Sketchiest spread of NFL week number 5 by far.
Gross.
The Cleveland Browns taking a trip to Washington. Loop, it's gone from 4 to 3.5 to 3.
They just lost to the Raiders and the
Browns-
Giants.
Browns just lost to the Giants.
How is it only a 3-point
Browns
spread?
just lost to the Raiders. The Browns just lost to the Raiders.
How many money line parlays can have the Commanders in there?
Every fucking single one of them.
Everyone.
I have to take the Browns. We have to take the Browns.
Correct.
We would be fool in men's shoes to be sitting on this casting couch giving out the Commanders -3.
You're right.
We've taken the Commanders the last 2 weeks. I don't want to go back to the well, especially looking at this spread. And if this is a Vegas trap line and they're setting it and the Commanders come out and roll dog shit Deshaun Watson,
It happened.
it happened. But I will live with it because know what I won't live with? Taking the Commanders in a trap line -3 and watching them for some reason lose outright.
I'm with you.
It's a stock market play. We're buying low on the Browns and hoping for a miracle, and we're selling high on the Commanders because we've rode with them the last 2 weeks. They've given us our flowers. We've given them their flowers. And this week, give us the Browns +3.
Yep. Keep it moving. Patriots.
Patriots.
I love this play too.
Dolphins are 0-4 against the spread, but I don't think the sun is rising anytime soon in the East.
No, they can't move the ball.
I don't see how they're going to move the ball.
They don't move the ball.
And this is an AFC East rivalry game, AFC in division.
Yep.
And the fact that it's in Foxborough, it was already going to be tough to begin with. If Tua was playing on this field, it would be a sketchy game.
Yep.
If Tyler Huntley, who I don't even think is going to play, they're in search for a quarterback. The offense is in
Any of you
shambles.
guys out there play QB?
Tyreek Hill is now in the, is all over social media, tweeting out different bullshit, putting on his Instagram story different bullshit. Does he want out? Does he want in? I don't know what the fuck's going on in Miami. Another game that screams to me under.
Yep.
I mean, how the fuck are points going to be scored in this game? The Patriots offense isn't great. The Miami Dolphins offense looks like a middle school team. Patriots defense is pretty solid. We'll just roll with the Patriots money line as an early week lean, but I'll also probably end up liking that under.
Correct.
I mean, how is the Dolphins? Dolphins can't move the ball.
No, give me the Pats. I love this. Love this bet.
And then we have a teaser.
They
It's a little different looking than our normal
Can't
teasers.
win teaser.
It's a little different looking than our normal teaser. We had to switch something up. We couldn't keep taking, last week was the Chiefs -1.5, Jets -1.5.
Yep.
And the Jets ended up selling that, which makes sense because every time a teaser looks like it can't lose, it always does. So this week I switched a little things around.
Flipped it.
I like the Colts
Mm-hmm.
+9.
Sketchy.
It's sketchy. But how the fuck do we live in a world that the Jaguars would win by double digits? Either if Anthony Richardson is playing, great. I like this +9 even more if it's Flacco.
Yep.
Flacco can sit in the
Flacco
pocket
still got it.
and he can pick apart any defense. He's seen it all, dude. He is seeing it all. And then the other one is Rams +9. Rams +9.
Hey, we don't win teasers, dude. Maybe we'll start now.
Maybe
we'll start.
Maybe the fact that this teaser's a little bit more sketchy in the past, that the teaser will actually hit.
Correct.
But fellas, that's our early week NFL. I fucked that up. Fellas, that's our early week leans for NFL week 5. Our camera just gave out.
Oh, no.
Here we go. Stay hot. Producer Nelson, maybe to the rescue, maybe not.
Oh, God. Chat.
Chat.
Down.
Chat.
This is what you get in a home studio.
This is what happens when you're on the casting couch.
Studio or the Gavin camera?
I think the power just went out. I think Vegas is trying to shut down the
Vegas
stream.
shut us down.
They're seeing these NFL week 5 early leans, and they're scared.
Come on.
They're scared.
There we go.
There we go.
Hell yeah, dude.
Vegas is scared of these early week 5 leans.
Way to recover.
The show must go on. Let's continue on down the line. The biggest college rivalry game of the weekend. Loop. What do we do here?
Fireball. Rivalry game of the weekend. You sit back, October, chilly day. Have a little fireball and watch some college football.
This is sketchy. A 2.5 point line in College Station. Texas A&M, now ranked 25th in the country.
There's a reason it's the fireball rivalry game of the week, dude. It's not going to be easy.
This isn't going to be easy.
Little fireball and apple juice.
A little fireball and apple juice. I'll probably be having a little fireball and apple juice this weekend.
There you go,
taking
dude.
a trip to Athens, Georgia for the Georgia Auburn game. Thought you boys went private room casting couch on us. This guy, Debbie, appreciate the love, dude. Mizzou all day, says John. Yeah, fellas, if you're here in the chat right now, or if you're here on the Instagram, come over to the YouTube, drop your play in this game. Is it A&M or Mizzou? To me, I feel like Texas A&M is dog shit.
I like Texas A&M in this game. Mizzou, big bad Mizzou. Hasn't looked so big and bad, dude. Shoulda, coulda lost to BC. Shoulda, coulda lost to Vanderbilt. 11 a.m. home kick, local time, dude. Always sketchy for the road team.
I also don't think that plays in the favor of College Station.
Yeah, you'll see, bro.
I think Mizzou is just overall a better team.
Correct. 2-point spread. How could they lose?
Amelie just said the Mets are winning the World Series.
I like where your head's at.
I think I'm going to roll Mizzou here, plus 2.5.
All right. That's why it's a rivalry, dude. Me versus you. Fireball rivalry game of the week.
Me versus you. Dylan said Colts money line.
All right, let's get to the call-in, dude.
Let's get to the call-in. We like A&M. Give us some of your favorite college football bets.
God, beef. Beef is sharp.
Beef is sharp.
Beef, what's happening?
What's going on, boys? Thursday night football?
What are we feeling
Tonight, I'm feeling somebody who's been ignored by every quarterback that has played
Kyle
on
Pitts.
that team.
Kyle Pitts.
I need Kyle Pitts to get a touchdown tonight. And not just a touchdown, it has to be the first touchdown, plus 1,400. Kyle is a great player. Every quarterback who plays in Atlanta hates this man for some reason. I need Kirk
He's
to
never
see
wearing
Kyle
cleats.
and throw him the ball.
I like
First
it.
touchdown, Kyle Pitts.
I mean, if there's a time for him to score a touchdown, he's more than due. I would expect it to be the first one. If Atlanta figures out things tonight and their offense is rolling and we see a Kyle Pitts touchdown first, it might be a long night for the Buccaneers.
Tell them about the second chance, dude.
Also, don't place it anywhere else than on BetMGM, because on BetMGM, if you put $50 on Kyle Pitts and he doesn't score first and he scores second, you get your money back. So that's big
Second
time.
chance. All right, Beef. We'll be rooting for you.
I'll definitely
All
be
right,
pulling for you.
boys.
Bud.
All right, let's go to
Outta here.
OVO Jump, man.
Yo,
What's happening, bro?
Ovio, dude, good to hear from you. How are you?
good. How are you? Man, what do you guys think of this wild card game
Big time.
with the Mets and
Mets.
Brewers?
I like the Mets.
Are we rolling with the grimace Mets?
I think we got to roll with the Mets, dude. Mets are team of
Quintana's on the
destiny.
bump. Quintana's on the bump. I do
just
like
feel like every
Lindor
time
for
the
two
Mets
total
this year
backs
had
here.
to win a big game, they did it, and I can't see him losing tonight.
It's hard to see
Milwaukee
losing. also-
Milwaukee has used a lot of their bullpen.
It's also hard to see the Phillies not playing the Mets
Right.
in an NFC East NL,
NFC.
which would be sick. You know,
It would.
It's a tricky spot. Also, Tobias Myers, I feel like sucks on the bump.
throws
for the
puss?
Brewers.
Yeah.
I feel like Myers has been so sketchy all year. I don't know, dude. Like I said, the fact that, we're getting a little plus money on the Mets kind of scares me. It's a frisky game,
On the
game
road.
3. I would go with, I would roll with the Mets. But yeah, this is sketchy, dude.
Yep.
Sketchy.
Yeah, I would roll with the Mets.
All right,
Probably
bro.
like
We'll be watching.
but
All eyes
for
on
any
Mets
time
and Grimace.
but for any time touchdown, I think Bijan Robinson's due, man.
All right.
He hasn't
so
scored
due.
all
Everyone-
year.
Everyone's out. Everyone's out on Bijan. And I think it's the perfect time to now buy in on Bijan. I could 1,000% get in on Bijan Robinson anytime touchdown tonight.
All right, bro. Thanks for the call.
All right, we'll see you Sunday.
Move it down the line. Simo? Simon? Hello?
Samo,
All right, moving on. Big Red.
Big Red.
Big Red, what's good? Chat?
Let's rip it to Marshall.
Keep it moving. Marshall, come on,
What's
give me
up?
some. How we doing, bro?
How's it going?
All right, it's going good. I got the play here. Thursday
Hell
night
yeah.
football. Baker Mayfield over 3.5 rushing attempts. You can get at plus 120, plus 130. Listen,
I like
he's
that, dude. You
covered
might be
it
ready
in
for a couple
every
kneel
game.
downs at the end of the game.
Exactly. That's some extra security. I think he'll cover it before that, though. He's covered
Hell
it in
yeah.
every game but the Broncos game. Weird blowout, right?
Yep.
Yep. He's gonna
And they're down
definitely
an
be getting
offensive
twisted with his
lineman.
feet. NFC South rivalry game.
I also like you never know when you can get a
hmm
sketchy deal at the end of the half.
Yep. I just think they're down an offensive lineman. He likes to take off when he's super pressured. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yep.
just feeling 4 or 5 rushing attempts from Baker tonight. And then, like you said, need it at the end of the game if they're up. Extra security on that.
All right. I
I
like
think
it.
at
Also,
plus money, it's hard to put down.
fun fact: the Falcons allow the most rushing yards to quarterbacks in the league. Also, if they're going to be blitzing and sending pressure at Baker, pocket collapses, get frisky with
Bye-bye.
the feet. Short week.
All right, Marshall.
Marshall, appreciate
Hell
it.
Bingo.
yeah.
Samo's back on, dude.
Samo, what's good?
Samo, what's good, dude?
Yo, you guys can hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Is it Samo?
Okay,
Is that
perfect.
right?
It's Sinnoh. It's like the region
Gotcha.
from Pokemon Platinum. Y'all know what I'm
Yep,
talking
yep,
about?
yep,
All right,
yep.
anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell
Yo, so I got that. I put that 5-legger in your Discord. It was for that 2.6K. So I got a lay for today.
Come
I'm
on,
looking
dude. I
at
saw that.
yeah, that shit was fire. You guys helped me out with that on your I think it was the Dr. Lock TikTok that it is. But yeah, I got some plays from that. So
Hell yeah,
uh
dude. Huge.
yeah, but today I think we're looking at Falcons minus 2.5 today, and I'm looking at the Nerfy for the playoff game today. That's what I'm
Right.
feeling. I'm
Sharp.
throwing 300 on it today. Both of it, I'm laying it down. So putting where my
Oh, yeah.
money where my mouth is.
Sharp.
You know,
Hell yeah.
big game,
Yeah.
game 3, and it's gone yerfy the last 2 days. So I can see
Yeah,
our
I'm
chance.
feeling like I'm thinking like they're gonna hold it. You know, they don't wanna allow runs today. So I'm feeling a
I
Nerfy
love it.
today.
Sharp. It's gonna be a
Yes,
hell of a
sir.
night.
All right, dude. Best of luck, man.
All right,
Thanks
love
for
you guys.
calling in. All right, peace. Brandon, let's rip to Brandon. Brandon, how
What's up,
are we,
guys?
brother?
What up?
What's
Good,
up,
man.
bro? Hey, man, I just want to say you always be pulling up with the locks, bro, every week, bro. I appreciate you, bro. All right, but
Dude,
tonight's lock, yeah, hey, but tonight's lock, every single time on prime time, this is my man, all my fantasy team. We're going with the London. We're going to London. London anytime touchdown. Come
Hell
on,
yeah.
he's hit the
huge,
spot every
dude.
single prime time. Let's go. So
Dude,
that's the lock of the night.
last primetime game for the Falcons, we ripped Drake
First
London's
touchdown.
first
Drake London
touchdown.
first touchdown. Yep,
Yeah,
yep. I
dude.
tailed that shit too. So got to ride with the
All right,
London.
Brandon,
Got to
best of
ride with
luck,
the
dude.
London. All right.
We appreciate the love. Let's go
Yep.
to Keith.
Hey,
Keith, what's good, brother?
Keith, what's happening?
I think it's time for Minnesota to come back down to earth.
Yeah.
I think
like
that they've looked great, and I'm sure they're going to do some great things. But you got Aaron Rodgers going against a team that he's played against for many, many years. I don't think Aaron Rodgers has a bad team. I actually think they're going to win the AFC East, and I think that they're going to be the ones to bring Minnesota back down to earth.
Maybe the Broncos aren't so bad. You know, everybody's giving them shit for that loss. Maybe they're just not that bad.
Yeah, the Jets lost to the Broncos. Maybe Broncos aren't too bad.
I like it too, dude. I'm
Keith, I like it. I mean, it just scares me tailing Robert Saleh, but hey, at the end of the day, anything can happen
like
overseas.
a Jets under teaser too. Jets in the under.
Yeah, Jets and under 6-point teaser. Love that. Getting them at 8.5 and under 46 for
Sweet deal. Yeah. All right, fellas, and
All
I
right,
love
thanks for
that.
Oh, fuck. It's okay. It's okay. Sorry, Keith.
What do we got? Christian, what's
Hey,
good?
what's up? What's up, boys? Can you
What
hear
up?
me?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Happy almost Friday, boys.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well said.
I got some locks here, right? And I think you guys said it earlier. Kate Otten is so due for a touchdown, man. 2 units straight play, and sprinkle first touchdown.
I might pick him
Also,
up. For fantasy.
I love
look
Kate
up-
Oh,
Otten.
I did pick him up. I did. That's great.
I'm not sure if you guys had already talked about it. I jumped on a little late, but Monday night, I don't know what it is. I just feel like the Saints pull off the upset against the Chiefs, man.
I
Derek
like that.
Carr, Mahomes
They're
killer.
due for
Let's
a
go.
loss. if the refs aren't in bed with the Chiefs as they are 99.9% of times, I could definitely see the Saints.
Yes, sir. Have a great one, boys.
Hell yeah, bro.
Dude, Christian, appreciate it. All right. Well, Big Red, final caller.
Big Red.
Everyone here in the chat, it's been a wonderful show. We
Big Red.
appreciate all of you. If you can just drop a sub right now, if you are not subscribed, we can get to our goal by the end of the week. We're pushing for 7K this week. We're going to try to do Big Red, you're live and direct.
Yo,
Big Red.
We're having trouble hearing you.
damn it, man.
Sounds like you're covering your mic a little bit.
You covering the mic?
No good?
All right. We can't hear you, Big Red. You got to call on Sunday, dude. Technical difficulties, but they'll be all right.
Big Red, it kind of sounded like he was underwater.
Yeah, maybe he is.
Underwater locks. The underwater lock of
All
the
right.
week.
Little skee-ball and then get out of here.
Yeah, a little skee-ball. See if we can pay
Take
for
us
some
through it.
coffee. What'd you say?
Get us through this. Come on.
All right.
Win.
This is the BetMGM live casino.
Please.
Oh, already starting off the gates hot. 90 cents.
Come on.
90-cent winner, dude.
Come on.
All right.
I feel like he either.
All right.
It's so bad.
BetMGM, skee-ball.
There we go.
We do this at the end of each
Come on.
show. 7:30, dude.
This is our best one yet.
This-
2 for 3.
Might as well just call it there.
Yeah, stop
Call
with your
it.
head. Call
All
it.
right, $8. $8. We want $8 on 2 spins. That's a coffee.
That's unreal.
A little 7-Eleven coffee.
That's unreal.
All right, fellas, have yourself a Thursday night. We went through the early week leans. We went through Thursday night football. We talked a little. We need to talk more about our college football plays, but we talked a little about Mizzou and Texas A&M. That's the big game of the week. One of the sketchier spreads.
Fireball rivalry of the week.
Supreme says in the chat, K-Dot and
Drop a
first
subscription.
TD. Please drop a sub. Tell a friend to drop a sub. Tell your family about our show. Tell a neighbor about our show. We appreciate each and every single one of you.
Mine.
We'll see you Sunday at noon. Fellas, what a time to be alive. At the end of the day, who has it better than us?
No one.
What a time. What a time. MLB playoffs, college football,
Sunday,
NFL.
noon.
We'll see you Sunday at